Or what's the name of it?
The Forever Green Acres. And we came up with the idea that we think by looking at the map, there's a lot of evergreen trees. You both came up with the idea. The evergreen part of it we thought was important in coming up with the name, and I think the Forever was more of a progressive.
Yeah, I think I had a little slogan I threw in there that said, where education never ends. And we had like green also would be like eco-friendly, stuff like that. So that's how it kind of spurted out on that.
Now, is that actually wood?
Yeah, it would be like a wooden, like I was trying to go, our whole thing is kind of like old and new technology with nature. We don't want to hurt the environment. I was trying to go for like a carved wooden plank with maybe like some technological edge to the letters and stuff like that, but it just kind of came out with just wooden planks carved in.
Okay.
I like the EE with
What is our most outstanding feature?
Well, we had several that we liked. Outstanding features. The first thing, we created separate dorms for, we said males and females, because we're also envisioning this as a place for teachers to come. We came up with this concept that it would be similar to going to a summer camp. So the children might come for a week, and we might have teachers come for a week at a time. So we've got, we decided to use yurts, if you know anything about yurts. They're round things I've seen in campgrounds. So anyway, we have the male yurts. We gave them all names. We tried to come up with gender-specific names that we thought boys would like versus which one girls would like or not like. So the boy yurts are the tiger beetles, the stone crabs, and the netted sea stars. And the girls are the snowy, we did a bird theme, the snowy egrets, the sanderlings, and the tricolored herons. We thought the girls would like that. Not that we wanted to stereotype, but right, yes, exactly, the names. Same with the buildings, I'll talk about those in a minute. But we also decided we were going to put them on stilts, try to leave as many of the trees in the area, almost have like a tree house effect.
Kind of like we're going for like the Swiss Family Robinson kind of, you know, housing.
As far as electricity, we were going to do solar electricity, although I like the wind turbine thing, but we were going to put solar panels on the yurts.
And lots of like skylight type things too.
Much natural
light
light.
as
Natural light, exactly.
So that's what you've got in your roof?
We tried to make we tried to centralize the activities. We've got our main community center here, a lot of different things will be going on there. We have an outdoor amphitheater. We have the Lob Lolly Art and Dance Studio. We've got a garden to grow some of our own foods, and a greenhouse. And we've also incorporated a sculpture garden that we thought would be created by the children that visited, or the adults. Getting on and off the island, you can only get on with golf cart. We talked about one of the big, giant, long ones, probably similar to the tram concept that you all had. Or you can arrive by boat through the marsh. We have a boat dock here. Over by, here's the Sandcastle Inn for the guests.
I like that name.
We've decided to put all of the housing along the beach. So make it ocean front. The Osprey Nature Center. We have the Panic Grass Technology Lab. And we thought panic grass was appropriate because it's native to the area, and we know, I shouldn't say we know, but a lot of times people are scared of new technology, so that's why we did the Panic Grass Technology Center. We have an observatory, the Dogwood Observatory. We kind of struggled with the fact that it was sea level. We really don't know how well you'll be able to view things, but versus being on top of the mountain. Most observatories are very high, but we wanted one, so we put one in. And we have a kayak launch area with another dock also. People can fish there as well. that's it for our most outstanding feature.
What about our biggest design challenge?
Okay. At first, we thought it was a good model, but you really kind of came through and you really demonstrated this thing. Really impressed me. We made up a nice little model design for our welcome center at UC. And our other two that we kind of faced was meeting the needs of the variety of learning that was take place. You're thinking, now, are we going to get all the subject areas involved, or it looks kind of like it's mainly driven towards the arts and sciences, but we thought about it later, making it really kind of interdisciplinary. Like I teach art, but I also teach social studies, art history, so we figured we can kind of connect everything together with that. And keeping eco-friendly with the solar panels, the gardening, we're just thinking, how can we preserve the environment? And that's what we thought about, incorporating the old with the new, build the yurts around the trees, and put them up on stilts to preserve the land as much as possible.
And success of group process.
We were talking about how our group very quickly recognized what we were very comfortable doing or uncomfortable doing. And for me, they were, like I've said before, they were great about letting me just kind of sit and watch and observe and try to contribute as I could, because this whole thing I was very uncomfortable with. But they did a great job. And in that, then, the openness that we felt within our group and the safety was always there. Nobody was afraid to say anything or offer a suggestion. We weren't worried about getting shot down or anything like that. We were just very comfortable. And same thing happened with us with your map. Gretchen suggested us all drawing a map, and so while Bo was working on the sign, the rest of us were working on a map, and it was so cool to see when we brought our maps together. We all had the exact same vision. Theirs looked much nicer on the paper than mine did, but we all had the same idea of what we thought this place was going to look like. And so our like-mindedness was a successful thing as well.
All right. Anybody want to offer up any critique?
Well, I love how you went one step beyond and actually made a model of your
Yeah, it's great to
facade.
see.
That's fabulous.
Is the roof supposed to be?
No.
Just checking, that's how maybe it was.
Maybe it's like
additional
more air.
That's
Yes.
it's like water.
I'm glad you asked that. We will have a rain barrel to gather the rain as it drips off.
We'll naturally supply the water, and they'll use that to water the garden.
That's right.
That's right. They mentioned, yeah.
I do notice some discrepancies though. We have a car driving underneath the Forever Green, even though we're going to have no vehicles on it.
That's an electric golf cart.
Oh, just kidding.
Oh, this? Yeah, that, okay, I thought you meant. You know how they make them look like 57 Chevys? Oh, yeah, that's funny. Fiberglass body.
I love the idea of the yurts because
I agree.
with the yurts, I mean, if there was any kind of natural disaster heading your way, yurts, you can pack up and pack them and they won't be destroyed. Exactly. That's a good idea.
The yurk is that the temporary or semi-permanent structures that like the baby bins that had like the accordion kind of things that you're talking about?
Well, they have like a canvas outside.
Yeah, but then the frame of it is like
I don't know.
lat.
We're still researching.
I love